freaking. We said be quiet. Lacey's all banging shit around and being as loud as possible.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Make sure you talk with your radio voices. Be
Hello.
Be clear, and you guys need to be a little. What are you drinking, Emma? Tomato juice?
No.
Tomato juice?
It's
Anyways.
a watermelon strawberry daiquiri.
Illegal. Anyways, hello and welcome to another installment of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Katrina Swathwood,
Hello.
and from Virginia, the Noels, Corey,
Hi. Hello.
Lacey, Emma, not a Noel. Not a Noel. Yeah, so this is our first, you guys are our dry run. Dry run? No, it's not a dry run now.
No.
You are our first Zoom in, face in. Jesus, I'm a burp. I've been burping on these episodes nonstop.
Well, don't
Excuse
stop
me.
now.
I got to get one in. Yeah. So yeah, how you guys doing?
Very good.
Very good. I've started saying y'all.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now
Yay.
you're a real yeehaw.
Well, you know what happened is like a year and a half ago, I was working and I was coming out of a facility, not the bathroom, but a door. I was coming out of a doorway that was going outside of a building, and there was a group of like 6 or 7 women there, and I said, "Excuse me, guys," because I use guys for everything, and they're like, and I've never had it happen before. They're like, "We're not guys," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it," you know. I just, it's one of my vocab. And so I was like, you know what? You're rolling your eyes.
Well, I mean, most people with any common sense understand that you're not actually referring to them as people with male genitalia.
I understand. Sorry. I in the last couple episodes, I've had this gurgle in my throat that keeps coming out. Now, I understand what you're saying too, but it was a group of middle-aged women. I wanted to be respectful, so I just thought in my head that, you know what, I'm going to adjust my vocabulary for the
I have
situation.
to do that with the Navy.
Yeah. So, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. Nobody can see you nod your head, Lacey.
Like, yup. No, we're just tired.
We
It's been a
went
long
down. We went downtown Friday and today
I
for
saw.
for non-Comic-Con.
Yes, Emma was very jealous. She was yelling that you guys were getting donuts. I'm very
Yep.
sad.
It
You
was
did get
She
donuts.
was here getting ticks out of her hair.
gross.
Oh.
I hate
No.
it here.
Friday we were walking around and it was extremely depressing. Katrina was like, "Why did we do this?" And then we weren't going to go down today, but then we were like, you know what? Let's go get to Donut Bar. We knew he was doing Comic-Con donuts, so we went down there and we ended up walking around for, I don't know, like 45 minutes, an hour maybe.
Yeah, we did a good lap.
And we saw the Padres warming up, and I wasn't as depressed today. There's a large shrine outside of Tin Fish, which I find
saw.
interesting. I
It's like a
mean,
memorial.
it's
obnoxious.
It's kind of obnoxious because, I mean, Comic-Con didn't die. It's
It
going
was
to
just
happen.
postponed.
It's going to happen again next year, hopefully. But I don't know.
Comic-Con will never die, Robert.
I hope not. I hope not.
Was anybody dressed up though?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a picture of like 25 cosplayers today.
I figured.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and I know some people from LA that are comic book people just made the drive down just to kind of hang out. Starting next week, and they're doing a run right now of it. But 5th is blocked off for like 6 blocks, so all the restaurants can serve in the street.
I thought they were going to try and do that permanently.
That was on the agenda before the world caught on fire,
It never got ratified or
but I don't know
approved.
if it's going forward. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, we were sad that Comic-Con didn't happen, but we understand. No, as for what I'm drinking a Mother Earth Brewing Company Syntax, just Imperial Peanut Butter Stout.
That sounds delicious.
It's not the best beer for a hot day, I'll tell you that.
Does you have to chew it?
But I need to drink them because they're going to go bad.
Oh, are they?
I don't know.
How long have they been sitting there?
They might already be bad, but I'm
Yikes.
drinking this one.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, so I figured we could. Where does the time say on this, Katrina, or does it just not?
Do you need a time?
No, I was just curious as to. Yeah, everybody that's listening, y'all that are listening, this is a trial and error episode. I am going to post it, but we're just seeing how these things work out with people we know before we have people that we don't know call in.
Who are important.
Yeah.
Valid point.
So, how long ago was it that you asked us to watch Letterkenny? When were you here last time?
I was there in February.
That seems like 10 years ago.
He was here during Christmas time by himself.
Yeah. And
Shut
I think
up,
we had
dogs.
already finished it by then. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it was that movie that Brian keeps getting me to watch.
Monster Squad?
It's not like Monster Squad. You didn't ask me 100 times. And you asked me to watch it, and we watched the first couple episodes, and we're like, this is dumb.
Right.
Yes.
You
Which
have
is
to
how-
get through the first couple.
Which is honestly how I feel about the first entire season of Parks and Rec. And that show's great. Like, if you can get through the first season of Parks and Rec, it's a really
You're
good show.
good. Yeah.
Corey
So-
felt the same.
Yeah, and I had given up on Parks and Rec, and then we had a friend who was like, hey, you should watch it. Give it through the first season. It gets a lot better, and it did.
Mhm.
And I don't think Letterkenny takes a full season, but it's just, I don't know. First of all, I had never openly given the thought of Canadian rednecks. Like,
It's so great, though.
I never really gave it any thought. Well, I mean, like, does Italy have rednecks? I mean, like, are there rednecks in every country?
Yeah,
Or is
because
it-
the military has base there.
Not only it has nothing to do with the military, but I've seen it. Like if you venture enough in the rabbit holes of YouTube, you discover that there's rednecks everywhere.
And obviously,
There's
that's
redneck Russians.
yeah, I know. I met Sam, but I guess that there's just probably other terms for it in other countries. Obviously, not everybody speaks English.
Right? Yeah, I'm sure they have some other random label for it.
But I had never given it any thought. And what's funny
I never
is,
had either.
and this is not an insult to any. Well, maybe it is. I don't really give a shit.
We'll find out.
When you think of rednecks, you don't exactly think of a progressive thought process. You think of
Right.
I'm gonna get my gun and get in my truck and get whatever, you know. I'm not.
Right.
I guess I am insulting people now, but it ended up. Yeah, and that's not to say anything against people that own guns or have trucks, but you all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
It ends up being a fairly progressive show.
It
like-
does.
An extremely
really
progressive show.
It really comes full circle as it goes on.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the guy that plays Squirrely Dan. I think his name's Trevor something. They use his picture as a meme as I guess you could say propaganda for.
Yeah, he had to make a public statement about it.
Yep, he made a public statement about it, and he's like, it's obviously from people that have never watched the show because Squirrely Dan is not only progressive, he's a feminist. He's a very supportive of women and just very, I wouldn't say progressive ideals. Those are decent human being ideals.
Yeah, he's a very well-rounded character. He's definitely not like one of those guys where you'd say, oh, I think he's maybe miscued in a couple areas.
And he didn't.
Favorite, Robert?
He is my favorite. I love
Nice.
Squirrely Dan. But you really can't go wrong with any of the main four. Wayne, Daryl, and Katie are all really good characters.
I concur.
Yes, but Emma has a different opinion.
No, I love
On
all
who?
of it. Oh,
She
I
has
love
a-
the skins.
She has a different favorite.
Who's her favorite?
Stuart.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
God, Stuart's my least favorite.
that's her future husband.
He gets
He's-
better in later seasons.
I've watched it all. I finished the
Oh, you
series.
have?
Yeah,
His haircut.
the haircut was nice, but then he went
when
back
he
to the
got
hair.
big,
Yeah, and then it went bad again.
You know who I really like is the two.
Riley and Jonesy.
No, I like Riley and Jonesy, but I like the two gay guys that
Or at the gym.
that are at the gym. They are so funny.
Oh, they're
They
gay
are.
opposites.
Yeah.
The whole thing that they did, like when they wanted money and they did their presentation
Yeah.
for like the gay gym, but it was like
Uh-huh.
Tinder gay.
Well,
Oh,
it was the Just Dudes Club, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they had like 3 different versions.
Tiers, yeah. It was a pyramid scheme.
But no, like, and then was it Shorzy, which is obviously just Jared Caliso or whatever his name is, the creator of the show.
Yeah.
But I don't. Emma might have watched it. I don't think you two have. But Flight of the Conchords is. Have you watched that, Emma?
Mm-hmm.
Flight of the Conchords is a New Zealand comedy, and it's very, very, very quick-witted, but very dry, and has a very monotone delivery, which is how I felt that this show was. I don't know if that's I'm not big into Canadian comedy, but I feel like that maybe it's because we're Americans and we're big and loud that some of the delivery that some of these other countries have are very unique. But I appreciate you recommending me the show because I really like dry humor and their delivery is really quick on some of their jokes, but they always tell it in the same tone. There's no build up to it. It's like, here it is. If you think it's funny, great. If not, I don't really care.
Right.
And and what's funny is since you've recommended it, I've seen a lot more of my friends posting about it on Facebook. I'm old, so yes, I use Facebook.
Is that really a correlation with old?
No, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Isn't-
it is.
Yeah, Facebook is old news now.
No one in my generation likes it, mostly because it's filled with like so much dumb stuff.
Aren't all social media platforms?
Yeah,
Yes.
but Facebook tends to cater more towards like a way older generation with a lot more like conservative things.
Okay. I mean,
She's doing
I don't-
like an 8-page paper on it right now.
I still
mean-
like it for a lot of different reasons, but I do
yeah,
see it full of like toxic stuff that I just avoid like the plague.
It's not all of Facebook, but it's there's definitely communities.
well, I think that we tend to tailor our what we see to our point of view, because you're not making friends with a bunch of people that are. I've been just putting these out.
I agree.
So my dad, like, I mentioned that show, and he went through it so quick. He was obsessed. He's like, okay, well, where's the next season? I'm like, we're all waiting for the next season.
I heard end of the year, beginning of next year, so December, January type.
That's when
release.
the new season came out this past year.
Yeah. But with delays in filming and stuff, although Canada's doing a lot better job. I don't know if they film. Yeah, I guess they would film in Canada.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot better job with the outbreak, obviously, than us.
Most places are.
Every place,
Yeah.
other than maybe Brazil.
New Zealand is like gone.
Zero. They showed
Yeah.
pictures of them today, and their prime minister was at a farmer's market that was crowded, and she was shaking hands.
Yeah, because it's gone.
Obviously,
I brought
some.
a few small topics that we could talk about, or we could break it up and like maybe save some for next time.
Okay, no, I don't mind. We could. I don't know how long. We've been
I don't
going
want
like.
to wait and letter to me. I just wanted to like go on.
No.
to your thing.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And obviously, it's going to take us a little getting used to. It's harder to have a conversation flow naturally when you're trying. First of all, when you're doing a podcast, you're trying not to talk over each other, anyways. But there's that
Right.
kind of disconnect when you have somebody FaceTiming or Zooming or Discord or whatever you want to use for your preferred video software.
Well, one of these
But I'm-
days, we're just going to be VR chilling in a lounge. I'm just saying.
Mhm. And it's probably not that far off.
What, like the end of The Good Place? Oh, you didn't watch that with me, no.
I watched The Good Place for a little while, but
We haven't picked it back up yet.
we haven't picked it back up. We've started watching Superstore, which is much better than Good Place.
Oh my god, that's the best show.
She loves it.
The
It is really good,
best
but not
show?
the best.
I
Oh,
really
no,
like.
not the best,
I like
but
it.
I really like it.
I haven't
I've
given
enjoyed
it
it.
an honest try, so I have.
It's
no-
something we can put on with the kids still up and it not be a problem.
Yeah. I'm trying to have Emma and him watch Community right now.
I couldn't get into that.
It's good.
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, I know some people swear by it, but I've had a hard time with it. I didn't
I've been
give it very
also
much of a
having
shot
a hard
though.
time with It's Always Sunny. My boss
Oh,
will not
God.
shut up about It's Always Sunny.
That's Alan too.
That's Alan and
Most
Corey and
people-
most people we know are swear by it.
Oh.
We watched the first season. It was really funny, but I didn't even get to
I
where
love
Danny
that
DeVito
show.
comes in.
No, I'm on Hannibal right now.
Again,
That's
or you've
good.
done it before?
I've never seen it before.
I'm making
Oh,
it watch it.
that's a great show.
So good.
It's a very frustrating show
Why?
because there's so many things that piss me off.
Why? Like,
I'm
elaborate.
able to get caught now.
Well, so that stupid reporter was just dead, and now she's not dead, and I want to punch somebody in the face.
That I'll die on the hill of telling you that Mads is a much better Hannibal Lecter than Anthony Hopkins.
God
Oh no, he's
damn
been
it.
great. I just need him to get caught.
Well, obviously you know that happens. So just be patient.
I prefer him not being caught. I like the fact that well, when you meet Anthony Hopkins, he's already batshit crazy in jail, whereas
Right.
Mads is still
He's
a
still
serial killer
falling in
trying
the
to
hole.
keep up his normal, keep the mask on, which
But
is
he's pulling
I
my
appreciate.
boy down with him. My
Oh,
poor
yeah.
Oh, well?
man.
Will, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all so good in that show.
Yeah.
So good. I like that. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, I like that when Will started working with the FBI, it was like a signal for like every serial killer in a 100-mile radius to be like, now's the time to be crazy. Let's all go at once.
Have you ever read Nailbiter?
No.
I haven't finished it either, and it's old, but it's a comic, and it happens that I don't know. It was like 28 serial killers came out of the same town, and I can't remember if it was Washington or Oregon. I need to finish it because it just started back up again. They did like an offshoot, but it was I read the first 15 issues. It was really good. I mean, speaking of serial killers,
Yes.
it's hard for me to look at Jared Groff without thinking of him being in Mindhunters. Speaking of serial killers, because he's the voice of Kristoff in
Frozen.
Frozen, and he's the king in Hamilton.
It's
Was-
so funny.
Was the best. He's my favorite in Hamilton. I loved seeing him completely opposite of his character.
In anything else,
It was great. It was
but
so
but
good.
he's a kid. He's a guy from a kids movie, and now even in Hamilton or in anything, all I can hear is him talking to one serial killer about wiping off all the I don't drop the C word, but removing those warm C words off the face of the earth because he killed like 7 women. And I hear that line in my head when I see Frozen, which is terrible.
There's a lot of serial killers.
No, that he was just
How
talking
adult.
his
The last,
I don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
I tell you, I haven't seen Hamilton, but I did love the other show you referenced.
What show?
what show?
Mindhunter?
Oh, Mindhunter is good. Yeah, I've watched Hamilton a lot. No, but back to Letterkenny. Like I said, I didn't like it to begin with. Maybe a half season in, but the last 2 seasons we watched over like a week.
Yeah.
And you know what else I didn't like? I didn't like the holiday episodes because all the holiday episodes were released at an off time,
So it didn't go along with the storyline?
so it didn't go along with the storyline.
I didn't like that either.
So
didn't
something people would be separated, or he would be with a new girl, or something would be going on, and then you go to the holiday episode and it's back to where it was before. And I don't like that. That happened with Superstore too. When you go from one season, there's one season where
It's the beginning of season 2 where they do the Olympic episode.
yeah, everybody walks out because the general manager got fired, and then when you come
Right.
back, he's the general manager again. I'm like, what the hell happened? And I guess there was an episode they did for the Olympics that they just put in there, and I'm like, it completely messed up the flow. But yeah, I didn't like
Right.
those. The episodes were fine. I just didn't like where they placed them.
I concur 100%.
I just didn't. The only episode of that whole series I didn't like was Fart Book. It was so stupid.
Which one?
Fart book.
Which one was they were rating farts?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was terrible.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it was so dumb.
Well, every series has that episode. Breaking Bad had the Fly episode that nobody seems to like.
Right.
So, no, I couldn't point to an episode I didn't like. I thought Katrina and I were talking about it after the series is over. I thought it was cool. Let's take one second. So, Katie's boyfriend cheats on her, obviously.
Right.
And everybody comes running to her rescue, and it's everybody from Letterkenny, like everyone, comes to beat this guy's ass. But don't you feel like Katie wouldn't need anybody to come to her rescue? I feel like she could fucking lay somebody out on her own.
Oh, she could.
She could,
Yeah.
but it's so great because everybody told this guy, like,
Yeah,
you
watch
We're
out.
all coming for you.
after
Yeah.
you. And it's just like, that's what happened.
Now I want to see him get his ass beat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
Same.
You know it's coming.
Yeah.
But
So
do they
we were
show
all
it?
so pissed. Plus, I was super pissed when his fiance did that to him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was pretty burned about that.
Oh, yeah, that was awful.
It's honestly, I like him with the dog rescue woman better anyways.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never
Kevin?
wanted them to split up in the first place, but I
No.
understand you have to create drama in the show.
Yeah. Gail is the weirdest character in the entire show.
Wait,
Oh.
she was just in something. What was I watching that she was in? And I was like, I can't watch her in this.
The way she moves when she talks in that show.
Yeah.
Robert's hated it from the first
I'm
time
just
she
like,
came on
this is
screen. He's
so
like, "What is
weird."
going on?"
She's
Right.
so funny.
Oh, and I like the
extreme.
I like the preacher guy too. He is great.
So, he's
Yes.
amazing. Yeah.
He is
Hot man.
really good. No, it's a pretty good cast. I know you have to suspend belief on certain things, but for a town of 5,000 people, there are a lot of really like jacked guys and really good-looking women in this one small town of 5,000 people.
Well, it's Canada.
What is that?
It's
There's a bunch of
Canada.
fat Canadians. They like poutine. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's not healthy for you.
But they
No,
all
but-
also work on, like, farms.
Yeah.
Like, it's a farm community.
So I would ask you this question. You ever seen a picture of a fat American that's a farm worker?
Plenty.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes, technically I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. There's fat people everywhere. No, I really like the show. I mean, we could go over characters all day long, but you said you had there's something else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I had a couple little things. Have you seen that there was a recent development? You remember there was, I think you guys may even have actually got one. There was like the remake of the Super Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
It, in my opinion, is a failed attempt, but did you see that they made a new remake of the N64?
Is it officially out yet?
I don't know if it's officially out yet, but from what I saw in a recent YouTube video, like it was published less than a week ago, it's not 100%. There's glitches. Like if you play Mario Kart, I don't know if you remember Mario Kart on N64, but
Yeah.
on a certain track, you're driving and then there's like a Jumbotron and it shows exactly what you're doing in game at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that Jumbotron is glitching because the emulation software that they're using isn't 100%.
I think that might have been.
A third party.
I think it might have been a third-party one
Right.
because I haven't seen one that's been officially.
I've been doing a lot
Announced
of
it.
research into it, and
Why?
because I think
It's
N64
probably something
is
he wants to buy.
You think it was what?
I think it was one of the greatest platforms. It has some of the most iconic games.
What were your favorite games on it besides GoldenEye?
Besides GoldenEye, definitely Conker's Bad Fur Day, but then there's definitely still some other like solid candidates in there.
I never owned an N64, but my neighbor did. So I had the PlayStation. He had the Nintendo 64. We kind of
Right,
bounced
and
around.
together you formed Voltron.
Exactly. That's kind of how things worked. Like nobody's family really had enough money to have both systems. I've given
You
up
always
on
knew
Xbox.
Somebody that had a trampoline, somebody else that had a pool.
Exactly. Do we know anybody with a trampoline? I don't know.
I'm sure we do.
We have a pool.
I had a trampoline.
Yeah. I had a thought. Damn it.
Just chew on the goddamn table.
Yeah, I keep thinking about something, and I'm looking over my stupid fucking dog. Having a puppy again is rough.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, it's like having a baby.
It was at first. She was waking up like multiple times a night. Now she sleeps through the night, so that's a plus.
Right.
She's really cute.
Yeah, thank you.
With the N64 thing, like through my research, it's going to be a while if there's ever an actual full redo without doing a very, very expensive modification to an original N64.
And then why would you, if it was really expensive, why would you even want it at that point?
Right. That's why
'Cause
a
most
lot
of
of people don't do it.
And most of those things, a lot of those games you can buy on Nintendo Network anyways.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called.
Nintendo Online. Whoa.
What was that?
She hit her
I
elbow.
hit my elbow on the computer.
I lost my train of thought again. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing in this episode.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, it's kind of figuring out how this is going to work. I'm glad it's with you guys and not with, I wouldn't say anybody more important. That's not how it is. It's just somebody that's harder to get a hold of.
Right. Yeah, I'll get on this thing.
Oh my god!
It's over. Yeah, it's over. The dog pulled the whole mixer off the table.
I knew it had to be serious if Katrina was yelling.
That's a plus. Where was it? It was right here on the ground. We lost our remote for our Roku a couple days ago.
And you found
So
it.
Katrina got drunk, and
Surprise, surprise.
No.
It wasn't as bad as last time.
See, I told you it wasn't bad.
Which one? Because the time before that, she puked everywhere.
Well, yeah, I puked in the couch the time before, and I ruined my passenger side car door.
Not with vomit.
With the cart incident?
With my head.
Was it with your
Right.
head?
I don't know. My shoulder hurt the next day.
You could get another one from the junkyard.
What, door?
Yeah.
It's not that
No,
important.
she had a helmet on. She was fine. No,
I had it on afterwards.
Yeah, she had the helmet on afterwards. Because of that.
The picture
So-
of it.
She walks down the hill.
It's a
and
very steep
falls
driveway.
It's a steep driveway. She falls down into her car. That's what she busted the door. But afterwards, she went and sat in a seat, and she fell over backwards. And that's when they put the helmet on.
Yeah.
her.
Well, but this like 2 days ago was fine, right?
No. Not fine.
It wasn't bad.
That's
No,
okay.
it wasn't. It wasn't bad. The problem is as a significant other, you feel like you know that person very well, or at least you're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. So
Yes.
it's like, hey, Katrina, you all right? She's like, yep, no problem. All right, cool. She is. But there's not triggers. There's checkpoints
Like non-verbalization.
where I know Katrina needs water. And if I don't find out about that checkpoint in time,
it is over.
it isn't that she won't drink it. It's that she becomes
Crazy.
Next.
defiant,
Difficult.
difficult,
Combative.
combative was the word I was looking for. So it was, and that trigger happened too fast in between, hey, how's it going? I'm good, to, hey, how's it going?
Ugh.
What was different this time is I was talking to one of the other people that were there, and I was going to leave her there this time. I was like, hey, do you want to stay here? The girl was like, we'll take her home. I was like, all right, see ya.
Oh, no.
And then she got in the car with me anyways. So
Without my shoes. I don't know where those are.
yeah, no shoes.
Oh, still?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure I left them there. Because they're not here at my house.
No, it was fine. It was fine. It was.
It was not fine.
like I don't know Morse code. I can't tell you any like secret stuff on here while saying it's fine.
So is the podcast ruined, or are we still going?
We're
It's
still going.
recording. She didn't pull out any of the cables.
No, I'll leave all this in.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So what about switching subjects back to nerdy things? Are you at least remotely interested in Cyberpunk?
That's my next game I want to play. Honestly, yeah. Because I beat, this year so far, I beat God of War, Final Fantasy, and Last of Us. So my next
You're better than
game...
me. I've only beat Final Fantasy so far.
Well, we've had time. Like, I've had more time now than usual. And for a while, I was off Mondays and Wednesdays, so I'd help the kids with their schoolwork, and then we'd all kind of do our own thing a little bit. And so I played video games then. But no, that's on my list. That's on my next. That got delayed, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think it still comes out this year, but I'm not 100% sure. Does it still come out this year? Do you know?
It again.
It was supposed to. I know it got postponed, but to the best of my knowledge, it's still supposed to drop before New Year's.
That'd be nice. It looks like it's supposed to be a pretty massive game. But no, I'm looking forward. That's the same company that makes The Witcher, right?
November 19th is the current
I just saw
date.
an advertisement. My buddy won't stop talking about it, and it looks fantastic.
It looks like it's going to be pretty good. Honestly, when do you think the second episode of Final Fantasy VII is going to come out? They have no idea.
I don't know, and I'm really upset. How is that not like
priority?
False advertising.
How is that not false advertisement? It was marketed as Final Fantasy VII Remake, not Final Fantasy Remake Part 1 of multiple parts.
It was kind of, it was fairly well known. They weren't trying to hide it.
You just didn't read enough about it.
Yep, but it says remake, not remake 1 point whatever.
Like, they've known it was supposed to be episodic for about 4 or 5 years.
You missed the memo, Corey.
You missed the memo.
Say episode 1 then, not
Well,
full remake.
How many games though say part 1? Not very many. I mean, once you get part 2, you have God of War 1 and God of War 2, but maybe it's Final Fantasy Remake 1 and then Final Fantasy Remake 2. But even in that, if they already knew it, they could have put part 1 on it.
Yeah, I just would like something, because I expected the whole thing, and I'm not even going to get into the little details about, Red and the vampire guy. That's upsetting.
Vincent?
Yes.
Well, Vincent didn't come until after they got out of Midgard anyways.
Right. But
So
they're both going to be NPCs, and I don't think that's very cool.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was for sure. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Well, are they still going to fight with you?
They're going to fight with you, but it's going to be just like Red was in the first part of the remake, where he just kind of does things and helps you a little bit, but he's not like your dude that you can take wherever you want.
That would be unfortunate. I hope they change that. I mean, it's still in production.
I hope they change it too. I mean,
so you thought this was going to be the whole game? So you thought this was going to be the whole game?
correct.
Correct. I mean,
Up until when? Up until when?
Playing it.
Until I was like more than halfway through this version, and I caught a hint of it either from Brian or from something else, maybe social media, and I was like, "Yo, this is bullshit!" Like, they should have.
He was real mad.
They should have properly labeled it. Like, if they would have told me in advance, I still would have bought it, and I would have been not upset at all. But the fact that I had,
tell you
okay, they told everybody else in like social media platforms somewhere, but at the store it said the remake, the end.
The end.
That's a fair. I mean, it's a fair argument.
Emma and I got We Happy Few. And Emma
What is that?
We Happy Few. It's
I don't know what that is.
It's a PS4 game. Well, it's not just on PS4, but
has like a BioShock feel.
yeah, it takes place in like an alternate universe where like the U.S. never joined into World War II, so like Britain got taken over by Germany, and now
Perfect.
everyone's on this like this pill called Joy that like completely like blocks out like everything bad and like erases like all the.
Is this like Equilibrium? Did you ever see Equilibrium?
No.
She did not.
Oh, that makes me sad. Everybody had to take a pill every day that wiped away everything negative.
That's pretty much so. Theirs is every time they start feeling down, they have to take it, and they have like a whole thing. Like the whole tagline is like "Happy is a country with no past." So they have people who work in like paper shops who go through and like censor stuff from like times of the war. And like when someone decides to go off Joy, or if like someone can't take Joy anymore, they're called downers, and they're like cast out and like kicked out of wherever. So you follow like these like different characters through like working through like. There's butterfly effect things too. Well, technically not butterfly effects, but like there's like choices to make.
Did you just change something on the volume there?
No.
It got way louder.
Because Emma got real passionate about her topic.
No, yeah, all of you are louder.
All of you are louder.
Oh.
Maybe my computer updated. I've been watching it do weird things, like all the icons. That sound is going from like white to color to whatever. So. My computer's old and junky. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We just bought a MacBook Pro, so that'll be here eventually.
On the Mac.
Because it's trash.
It's trash?
He doesn't like my Mac.
I mean, our last Mac only lasted like 12 years, but I mean, they have a very long lifespan.
They do have a long lifespan. I'll give them that. Lacey's is holding up okay, and I've known other people to get 8+ years out of theirs.
Well, it has to deal with it's if you want to do any audio, video stuff, it's not a good thing for games or anything. But as far as multimedia, it's very beneficial.
Versatile.
I concur. 100%. I got my ex-wife one, and it's still a good MacBook.
Yeah. No, we were talking about. Have you never seen Equilibrium, Corey?
No, but I did see The Giver, and the conversations that you were having with him a second ago gave me like The Giver vibes, like when he faked to take his medicine and just ate the apple without the medicine or whatever.
I've never seen that.
What? You never read it either?
No.
No, I don't care if you read it or not. The movie is good.
Who's in it?
All right. Well.
I don't.
It's all right.
Nobody.
What?
I don't know the old man's name, but he's got a very theatrical voice, very iconic voice.
No matter.
I don't know, the guy that's giving the information to the child.
The Giver, Mom.
Yeah, it's The Giver, Lacey. No, Equilibrium didn't really take off. Equilibrium didn't take off because it came out as the same time as the first Matrix movie. So it's a futuristic. What?
Jeff Bridges? Is that who you're thinking about?
She said Jeff Bridges.
I said.
Equilibrium is really good. There's a form of martial arts that involves shooting with guns.
And Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's in it. Taye Diggs is in it. A few other minor people are in it. Sean Bean's in it. It's pretty good. I've watched it a handful of times.
The lady from Chernobyl's in it.
Yes, the lady from Chernobyl's in it. I can't think of her name right now either.
Good series, by the way.
Chernobyl?
That was a great series.
Yes, it was very good. It was very well done. You can't wait to what? Visit Chernobyl?
Yeah, we really want to go. Not Corey, me and Mom.
Yeah, Corey's not going to go.
No interest.
I'm with Robert on this one.
To be honest, I have no interest in ever going to Russia for anything in my life for any reason.
I wanted to go when I was a kid, but once I discovered how much craziness happens over there, not only back when I was researching it, but still
Hard
now,
pass.
I'll never go.
Technically, it's not in
I kind of want to, and this may be small-minded, for the places I'd like to visit places that have, what's the word? I mean, we can say democracy, or we could just say that the people are free. But I don't really want to go to communist Russia, and where you can be, just something can happen for you for just saying the wrong thing. And, I don't really want that.
Like Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
If my dad didn't live in Florida, I would never go for any reason. Wait, are they getting hit by a hurricane right now, or is it Texas?
Texas.
Everybody.
Yeah,
I know
just what.
I see posts from Texas people.
Just what you need, a hurricane during a pandemic.
Okay, I don't mind Texas being hit right now.
It's what's formerly called combo breaker.
Maybe it'll wash away the
The
COVID.
This
Yeah.
is the only thing making Texans stay in their house.
There you go. I found
everybody I know that's in Texas right now is like, are they actually enforcing masks at the store?
Yes. Yes, they are.
They are here.
Good.
Yeah, they are here. So, but you know, they also I read something yesterday that says not complying, and I don't know if it's after being warned, like, hey, put a mask on. Not complying is a misdemeanor now.
Nice.
Good.
Punishable by I think it's a fine, but
Yeah, misdemeanors are fine.
still, you need to do something. I mean,
In Virginia, there's a loophole. Like if you claim that you have a medical condition, then you don't have to.
That's everywhere.
No, there's no medical condition that will keep you from wearing a mask.
So then it shouldn't be a thing.
It's been like proven like multiple times.
Yeah, watch now. All these people that have been saying mental illness isn't a real thing will say, "Oh, I have anxiety or I have panic attacks when I put a mask on," and they're going to try to claim that.
As someone with diagnosed, and I can wear a mask all day and be fine. My panic attack comes from seeing other people not with a mask on.
I have it in my file that I have an anxiety disorder, and I wear my mask for 9 hours a day at work, and I'm still fine.
Listen, if Slipknot can wear it through the
Exactly.
entire concert, then people can wear it for 10 minutes at the store.
Exactly.
It's crazy seeing like all the nurses and doctors in like all of their PPEs and like the like a ton of masks they have to wear, like the layers and layers being like all day, and they're like just wear it's one mask for 20 minutes while you're at the store. Like
exactly. You're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, but they're saying there's going to start being a shortage of PPE here again because now all the cases are increasing so much again. And we're here in California and Texas and Arizona and Florida, the biggest states, you know?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about COVID. It's constant.
Yeah,
it's always there.
So, what about...
Oh, wait. Oh, no, we can't talk about that.
Why?
Why?
Now, I'll text you. I'll tell you.
Why? Well, now what is it?
Oh, I'm going to tell Christina. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Anyways, while they're discussing things offline, Pokemon's making massive moves to try to keep people proper distance away.
Pokemon stay in the house.
What are they doing? Pokemon stay in the house?
Pokemon go to the polls.
Not only have they doubled the distance that you can reach stops and gyms, but they just did a national, Go Fest was like an annual thing, and you used to have to travel to like Berlin or wherever the hell it is, and you'd have to get a hotel room, and there was like the failed attempt in Chicago, and Jesus. This one, they made it international. They did charge $15, but that still beats the hell out of like hundreds of dollars of travel and hotel and all that stuff.
That's good. I mean, you're the only person I'll let talk Pokemon on here.
Okay, I can switch it up.
No, you're fine. You are the only person. I won't let Brian or Corey, well, the other Corey, talk about it.
They also made enhancements to now, like, say, hypothetically, that you or Katrina still played. I could invite you, while you're on the West Coast, I could invite you to a raid to raid with me here.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's neat.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I can respect that. And any Pokemon Go was very beneficial to people because they actually got outside. So anything to...
But now we don't want them outside?
Yeah, now we don't want them outside. Anything to further kind of push people in the right direction, I guess, would be beneficial.
For what? Socialization or just for exercise in general?
Well, exercise, but they're trying to do it to where people have more space to do it. Makes sense. Right. As Katrina turns on Wizards Unite.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you're still playing that.
Yes, I still play that.
If you're
There's
still
an event right now.
Involved, I know that with my capability in Pokemon that I could potentially make your Wizards Unite experience better.
Wait, Emma, are you still playing?
By cheating?
No, not cheating. Once you reach max level in Pokemon Go, you can become a voluntary developer, and you can create Pokestops and gyms, which then also affect Ingress and Wizards Unite.
Have you ever been suspended for cheating on Pokemon Go?
I have. I did lose
that
my
important.
account. I did lose my account for 6 months with no notification that I was ever going to get it back, and I regret ever doing it.
Yeah, but they don't spawn on base, so it's like really hard for us to catch anything. So that was the only reason we did.
Yep.
Went to Pokemon jail.
Yeah.
Sure did. And now kids got it easy. They get their account suspended for 10 days, and they know that they're going to get it back.
I mean, it's kids.
Stupid
Yeah.
kids.
Terrible.
Yeah. I have a dumb kid.
Which one?
Scout.
Puppy?
No, Ethan built his own computer, and then he's just been skating to the wreck like it's cool to just hang out in the wreck.
This is true.
So they're just fighting.
Yeah, I mean, you know
You
how
tell them to be quiet, and they're like, oh.
it's anytime two kids are together too much. But I mean, with the way the last few months have been, it's
Right. Amplifies it.
More than it's just.
I mean, I still don't drink during the week, but man, it's real easy to drink on the weekends.
I wouldn't have made it this summer
We
without
have
it.
transitioned to weak drinkers now.
Now,
I can't do it.
It's
we
been a
used
minute.
to only do weekends.
Yeah, and then the summer happened.
Apparently, you're behind the times, Corey. She's been doing it well longer.
Well, when we had planned our Vegas trip, I was a little overweight than where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I had gotten up to 203, and I got down to 192, like, I don't know, in February, and I was like, sweet, I can be 185 by the time we go to Vegas. And then Vegas didn't happen, and I just stopped caring, and now I'm up to 205.
That was exactly what happened.
I'm very uncomfortable in my own clothes.
I don't fit in my
I've got 2 ideas to help you with that.
No.
What's that?
You can either join this weight loss challenge with my friends, or
Meth?
me can create on this free Under Armour app. We can create a challenge to like walk, run more than each other.
No, we all gave up when Vegas didn't happen.
I did not give up anything.
So I think it was 6 years ago now. I was 211 pounds, and
So you're almost there. Bye-bye.
And now it's just us. Look at that puppy.
Hello, all you cool
Aw,
cats and kittens out there. This is Carol Baskin's Catsford.
I'll beat you. Daisy. Puppy.
She can't hear you. She doesn't have headphones on. You dumb broad.
She can hear she's got puppy hearing.
No.
Yes, that's how that works.
Daisy.
Maybe it was like, oh, hey, look, this other girl's here. Let's change to
I'm really going to have to edit.
Yeah, we are.
It's a bunch of nerds.
Fucking kids. I don't even know what we were talking about.
They're the best.
Weight loss.
When Vegas happens, and
So, but like 6 years ago.
Daily.
Daily. Nice.
Yeah.
So, no, 6 years ago when I was 211, I told Katrina that I wanted to lose some weight, and we decided we were going to lose weight together. And the guys at work were like, come on, let's do it. It's like, all right. So it was supposed to be $5 per pound for whoever won. The difference in weight loss for the people that lost. So, like, if I lost 10 more pounds, you would have had to give me 5 times 10. So,
Yeah.
I lost 36 pounds, and nobody else was even in 25 pounds of me. And I didn't get to collect any money ever. Nobody ever paid me. But I mean, it took 6 years for me to get that weight almost back. So I'm like, I can't get hit 211 again. It's
You're so close, though. You can
I
do
know.
it. I believe in you.
Oh, I'm sure I could. Like, obviously, you never weigh yourself at the end of the day.
Right, that's what I told Emma.
So we were drinking with some friends, and somebody's like, "Oh, get the scale out, get the scale out." I was like, "I don't want to stand on the scale." And we all stood on the scale, and I was 210. But I don't really count that. I'd been drinking for like 6 hours. I don't count that. Nobody counts that.
I have to weigh everybody at the drop zone before they go jump, and every single person that I've had to weigh the past couple weekends is like 10 pounds plus overweight. Like, oh, I thought I was this, but I must have gained a lot in quarantine.
Yeah.
Everybody's gained a ton.
I haven't gained much, but I've lost a lot of muscle and picked up fat for sure.
You can tell.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Oh, that burned.
Oh, speaking of burn, last night they had the one chip challenge that I guess is like famous on the internet.
What's that?
It's ghost pepper, I guess powder on a tortilla chip, or a Carolina Reaper on a tortilla chip, and you can like order it off the internet, I guess, or maybe go to the store. I'm not sure where it comes from, but they had some, and it was like part of the challenge shenanigans that was going on last night.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it was. These two guys did it, and the challenge was like there was a prize of 10 minutes worth of indoor skydiving, which is relatively expensive. I don't know how much, but it's expensive. And they both agreed to just call it a draw. So, like, they were supposed to not drink anything until one of them caved.
Okay, weren't they doing trivia at the same time?
Yes, they were doing trivia at the same time. That, I don't know whose idea that was. That has nothing to do with the spicy, but so eventually they were both like, yeah, it's not bothering us anymore. So they finally both cracked a beer and drank the beer. Well, all day today they were in the Hurt Locker all day.
Yeah, it hurts worse coming out than it does going in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could never do that. I could never do that. I have to take Tums just when I have a michelada now, and that's not even that spicy. It's just got hot sauce in it. We found a company out here that makes them in a can, and I had 7 of them on Friday.
Jeez. Well, how much?
They're only 4%.
Oh. Like
so I had 7 of them before I had to stop because I saw Katrina dancing.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Is there video of this incident?
I don't think so. She doesn't remember the last 2 hours, maybe?
Probably.
But I got a text message yesterday that the kids were playing football and she started tackling the kids.
That sounds right.
Nice.
But she doesn't remember any of it.
Apparently I ate shit.
And she was in a skirt.
What?
So she was in a skirt playing tackle football with 10-year-olds.
I'm willing to move back to San Diego just to see drunk Katrina shenanigans.
Perfect. As long as you guys take care of the aftermath, I'm all about it. She can go home with Lacey, and Lacey can take care of her.
We're trying real hard.
It's definitely still a high percentage chance. Like, I wouldn't say over 50%, but it's boiled down. I mean, it's kind of always been down to 2 or 3 locations, but for a while there, San Diego wasn't on the table, and now it is. So
when do you find out?
Hopefully next week. It closes end of next week.
Oh, that's a big week then.
Yeah.
And I was just wanting my comic books to come in the mail, and you guys are going to find next week. You guys are going to find out where you live.
If we don't find out next week, then it'll
be a whole other month.
Yeah, end of August.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yay.
Especially when overseas is on the table.
That's got to be such a tough way to live.
It is interesting.
Interesting is a nice way to put it.
It doesn't seem to bother him, but I'm so type A and such a planner that it's like.
Yeah.
It bothers me, but I've don't let it like override my life.
I started packing pops today.
Pops?
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I have these Amazon boxes. I'm just gonna start packing.
I packed up all of our pops too, just because we're gonna get our stuff worked on in the house. There's gonna be a lot of editing in this episode because there's gonna be stuff that people just don't care about.
Yeah.
What are you getting done to the house?
Both of our bathrooms are getting remodeled.
Are you getting a bidet?
No, but I was thinking about getting an attachment for one.
Dude, do it. With you having your thing?
Yeah. I thought about it. They have this one called Tushy, and it attaches to everything, and it's like a smart seat.
Then no matter how many pandemics occur and
you don't have to worry
people
about
start aimlessly buying toilet paper, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
I've used them in Japan.
How was it?
It took some getting used to, but it's actually not bad once you like embrace the weird. It's kind of like the first time somebody. Never mind.
Okay.
There's a child present.
No, I get you. No, we're getting our bathroom, the bathroom that people use, our guest bathroom. It's getting taken all the way down to the studs. So, I mean,
you're a stud.
Oh,
thanks.
how cute.
Thanks. No, but I'm interested to see what's behind the walls.
What if it's lined with money?
That'd be great. The guy doing the remodel is Parker's baseball coach. He said he was going to make him haul everything out of there. I said, that's fine. Yeah, they're hard on him. It's great. No, what else you got? You got anything else you want to talk about? Katrina? Corey? Lacey?
Had something else. I'm out. Lacey's in the bathroom. Emma's things. What about Last of Us 2? Have you messed with it any?
I beat it.
And are you with or against all this negative hype I've heard rumors of online? Because I try to stay away from it because I haven't got to play it yet.
I liked the game a lot. I thought it was great.
There you go. That's what I was hoping you would say.
I liked it. Brian liked it. Everybody I know that's played it has liked it. I think that the majority of people that didn't, I don't want to dive too much into it because we talked about it quite a bit last one. But yeah, don't listen to the last episode if you haven't played it yet. No, I think that most of the people that didn't enjoy it are homophobic and misogynistic. And I only say that because every main character is a woman. And there is one of the main characters is gay. And there is a trans character. And I feel like people that have problems with that are very small-minded. And they're very loud. And when you get people that are small-minded and very loud, you get things like Metacritic having their reviews bombed because people want to just say that it's terrible when it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that, as long as it's not like the sole purpose of the game, like, because obviously the game didn't start off with that concept in part 1. As long as they didn't take part 2 and make it all about that, then I could care less of how many players are that in the game.
To put it in a perspective, is I didn't even know the character was trans.
There you go. See, then these people are just lunatics.
And the fact that, do you know who the gay character is?
I think it's the girl, right?
Yeah. Ellie's gay, and she was gay 10 years ago when the DLC came out. I mean, it's not like it's a new thing. She's been gay for a long time.
God, me too.
Well, I mean, as far as in person, we say it's not a choice; it's who you are.
Right.
But I'm not saying that Ellie became gay 10 years ago. The character was gay, and they elaborated on it.
Revealed 10 years of game time ago.
But I mean, if you have a problem with gay people, I could see where you would hate the game. But if you hate gay people, then you got other issues going on than if a video game's good or not. I don't know. It's people are small-minded, and I feel like it's the vocal minority that likes to. What is that?
Oh, that's fancy.
A solo drink. What it is.
Lacey just came in,
made
a fancy drink, and didn't make one for anybody else in her household.
It's orange juice, vodka, and grenadine.
Nice.
It looks fancy. Yeah.
It does look fancy.
It does look fancy.
So we watched the first episode of Schitt's Creek.
Oh, so
The
good.
top 5 best show ever.
See, do you really want to put that in my head as it being a top 5 best show ever before I watch it?
Robert,
In my
Is it better than
opinion,
Hamilton?
That's completely different.
That's Robert's bar right
That's
now.
my barometer
That's
right
his
now.
like 10.
Is it better than Hamilton?
Yes.
Emma.
I still haven't seen Hamilton,
She's
although
like,
I
no.
want to see it. But I'll tell you that so far I feel like maybe you guys feel about The Office after you've watched it multiple times. Like, I watched Schitt's Creek and I enjoy it from like little spurts. But
You know that's Canadian comedy, right?
He's like on season 2. Like, you can't.
Well, it's Canadian
we've
comedy.
watched
Eugene.
one episode, so
Yeah.
I can give a realistic opinion at this point. Anyways, I think it's great. It's catchy. There's like little moments that like actually pull at your heartstrings, but at the same time, it's not captivating me like Letterkenny did.
Okay, there's a character development that's phenomenal that you haven't seen yet.
So you have to watch more than two entire seasons of a
You need to
series
watch the
to.
whole thing. It comes full circle.
Amen,
It's
Robert.
the best.
Amen.
The best.
In the
I've watched
defense
it
of Letter,
100 times.
in opposition of what I said about Letterkenny and Parks and Rec, you shouldn't have to get through a whole season for a show to be good.
No.
I concur.
No. Stop. It's just Creek is good from the get-go. Like, day one, first episode, good. But the character development makes the show amazing by the, like, if you watch the whole thing, start to
I liked the
finish,
first episode.
see?
I thought it was funny.
I liked the first episode too, but it didn't snap me in episode 1, and there's lots of questions that you have to watch whole seasons to get the answers.
Yes. Shows are like that. I'm very sorry.
Leave cliffhangers, but don't leave me high and dry mid-episode. Like, what?
It all I feel like there's no like dead end. Like
There's no bad
everything- Yeah,
episodes.
everything comes together at some point. It's like Avatar. You have to wait in Avatar sometimes before things like actually come back around.
Even my dad, who is not the most,
Open-minded?
like, yes, he loved it.
I haven't had a bad episode yet, but I'll just say that it doesn't always reel me in.
So you're saying it's better than The Office, Lacey?
To me, yes. This is a show I could watch, and I have rewatched it
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I've only watched one episode. Is there a laugh track? There's not a laugh track, right?
No.
Okay. I'm done watching shows with laugh tracks.
To me, this is like Psych. Because Psych is one of my favorite
so
shows,
good.
and I can just put it on as background.
Pass.
It's like one of those.
Pass.
I also did not love Sight.
No, okay, divorce.
I've never seen it, so I couldn't give an
I
opinion.
have no desire.
It's
'Cause
amazing.
what are-
Is it a USA show?
Huh?
It was a USA show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On USA. Yeah. What was another good USA show? Has anybody ever thought, oh yeah, I really like to watch USA TV? It's not a very
Like,
popular
all
week.
that matters.
A lot
Like,
of people liked Monk. That was on
I was going to
USA.
say Monk had to have been. I was trying to think. I was going to say Wings, but Tony Shalhoub was on that too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like the best of
It's
networks.
It's no Ned the Pie Maker.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to Schitt's Creek. We just only watched one episode, and then I fell asleep watching something yesterday. Oh, Guns Akimbo. We need to finish.
Yeah,
that.
we need to finish that.
No,
Banshee.
Banshee's good.
Yes. We
That's
didn't
a
finish
great
that
show.
either.
Yeah, but I wanted to restart it and then finish it. We used to have like a tradition where we would get drunk and watch like 4 episodes of Banshee every Saturday.
It was great.
Nice.
Corey can't binge. So, like, he has to, like, watch a couple and then take a break and watch something else.
Yeah, if I go more than like, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes in like, I don't know, less than 2 or 3 days, then unless it's like, in my personal opinion, the greatest thing since sliced bread,
Dark.
then I need a break. Even if it's good, but yeah, see, Dark, I haven't even got to finish. I got like 6 episodes in, and I'm waiting on this broad.
I don't want to talk about Dark.
I'm trying to think of a show that I was like, oh, I really want to watch what the next episode is. What's the next episode? What's the next episode?
You're not like that.
I can't think of the last show. What are the last shows that we watched that were really good? I mean,
What?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
But I didn't binge that because I watched it as it came out.
Right.
Like it's hard to Tiger King. Is that what it was called? What was that show called?
Yeah.
I watched some of those pretty fast.
We watch Glow fast when it comes out.
Watched Glow really fast
I
when it
love
comes
that
out.
show.
It's so good. Last season.
Did you guys watch/rewatch Avatar with the kids?
I've never watched Avatar ever.
Candace is now involved.
Well,
It's been suggested by multiple people tons of times. Oh, you know what we did? We watched Adventure Time. I mean, it's only 10-minute episodes, but we watched that like 5 or 6 episodes at a time.
We did.
Avatar, like because I know if people tell you to watch something too much, you're gonna be like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, like, if you get the chance, because it's something like I watched it with Candace because like I grew up on that show, like watching it on Nick, like as it came out. The boys would probably really like it. It handles like things like adult things, like kind of in the same way that like Adventure Time did, in a way like kids can understand, but like it has really good character development. And like just the way they like do everything, it's really, really good. I suggest it if you get the chance to get around to it.
Adventure Time dealt with depression and Alzheimer's and I mean minor references to sexuality and lots of different things that I was like, after watching it and it coming around the way it did, I was like, whoa, that was a lot more serious than I thought it was.
Yeah, Avatar's whole thing is like it deals with like anxiety and depression, but it's a lot of like it deals with like colonization and like genocide of like and all of that. It's very like
light things.
Yeah, it's more centered on like war.
I'm gonna start taking a drink every time you say like.
I'm in California. We say like.
But
because of how highly you spoke of Adventure Time in recent episodes, I have now interest to watch it.
Wait, did you never watch it before?
No.
It's very silly and very funny and very fart joke and very it's over the top silly, and it's fun to watch with your kids. But it's just like a
like those little Canadian guys on South Park.
No.
Those are fart jokes.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm trying to think of what their names. Terrence and Phillips?
Yeah.
I'll finally understand why I want to be Lumpy Space Princess for life.
We saw somebody cosplaying as Lumpy Space Princess today.
That's going to be me for next Comic-Con. That's the only thing I'll fit in.
Moo-moos are us.
No, but it like Pixar would sneak in adult jokes, like Mr. Potato shit a brick. I mean, it's like that's an adult joke. Kids aren't going to get it. But it's like Parker didn't associate with, or he didn't make the connections of Finn keeping a box locked inside his brain with all his darkest, fears and all this stuff in it. But as an adult, you're like, oh. But no, it was a really good show. I really liked it. I mean, we liked it enough to name the stupid dog after that character. So.
Oh, that stupid dog.
Yeah, that stupid dog.
I was awake for, I don't know, like 28 hours, 29, maybe 30 hours.
Me too.
I've seen that Snapchat you posted something.
Did I? I don't usually use Snapchat.
It was Instagram.
Well, maybe in your delirium.
Well, no, and I let the dogs out.
You've been awake for almost 23 hours or something like that.
I woke up at 7 o'clock Friday, and I didn't go to sleep till like 10 or 11 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Why?
So it was a while. But I let the dogs out, and Marceline jumped up with me and slept on my neck.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was just having a rough night. They happen to all of us. I deal in waves of being able to sleep, and then days where I might just get 2 or 3 hours a night, and every once in a while I'll have a night where I just don't sleep. It happens.
Well, if you ever need anybody to be Little Spoon.
Little Spoon? You're the Little Spoon?
I'm a switch hitter.
Do you guys rotate on who's the Big Spoon and Little Spoon?
No, we have cats that sleep with us.
Gross.
No. The cats don't really play a factor. It's about I eventually overheat. And when I overheat, I roll away, and then Lacey comes curling up for Big Spoon.
Because our house is 66 degrees
at all times.
It's what?
66 degrees at all times.
Gross.
I wish.
That's cold.
It's freezing.
So cold.
Right, but I run hot.
Most boys do.
I could walk around in my underwear and still almost sweat.
Okay. So
Maybe that's a health problem.
yeah, you might be sick.
I've been like that my whole life, though.
You might be.
No, Katrina and I rotate, but we also very rarely sleep next to each other.
Oh.
We're usually on opposite ends of the bed.
Corey's like an octopus. It's like leg, arm, like my own blanket. And then the cats are sleeping on my throat, so I'm very warm.
So for someone with claustrophobia, I don't know how you sleep it.
I roll over so much because my shoulders hurt so much of the time that I can't sleep next to anybody.
My shoulder is a constant thing.
Have you looked into anything that helps with your shoulders?
Yeah, I've looked
We've
into
got pillows.
a lot of things.
We have a movable base.
Have you tried with sensory deprivation?
No, Corey, I haven't, and they wouldn't even be open if they are. Everything's closed here.
Wait,
This is valid. This is valid.
So, Katrina, did you see the big book I sent you yesterday in Snap? The Neil Gaiman book?
I saw it. What was the title on it?
It was like a bunch of his stuff in one.
Okay.
But we went to a place called Books A Million. It turned out it was like a Barnes & Noble. Thanks a million. Okay. So I saw it there. I was trying to get the Lock and Key, like, big books, but they were, like, so expensive.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for a dry run, I keep saying that. For a trial, it went fairly well. I mean, I'll see how it is with editing. If you're listening, let me know what you thought. Not about the terrible, terrible conversation between all of us.
And us yelling at our children.
And us yelling at our kids, but the sound quality. But I guess I'll know
when you listen back.
When I listen back. But next month, we're supposed to have 3 comic book creators on the show. I don't want to say who they are because if they fall through, then I look foolish.
Yes, you would look foolish.
Even though all 3 of them said they'll be on whenever we want them on.
Act a fool.
But that'll be 3 episodes next month. You know, we've put out. This is the 4th recording we've done in 11 days.
Oh God.
So things are coming back. I saw a picture of a wild cat, like one of those big cats that's like 35, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And it said. It was a meme, and the first window said, "Oh, the humans have fire. I could go up there for the fire." And the next one was a cat sitting in a high chair with like a birthday cake in front of it, saying, "This is bullshit."
I just saw that tonight.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. No, but next month we'll have multiple people, and this isn't for you guys. This is for the listeners, and we're pretty excited about it. I think it'll just be Katrina and I and said comic book creators, but one of them has a very good horror book that's out. One of them has several different cool books that are out, and then another one of them, I'm just giving you very vague tidbits of who they could be. One is one of the very best artists I've ever seen, and the third one is has a very eclectic amount of books. Would you say that?
Library?
No, like a very wide range of genres
content
that they put out for.
Okay.
So keep listening. We'll have more stuff this week. It'll probably just be Katrina and I again, but
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But we might have somebody phone in since we want to keep with these until we get them working well. So that'll be it for this week's episode. Do you want to say something, Katrina, on the way out?
Good day.